That's not good. How's Thanksgiving in your house?
How's Thanksgiving at my house?
Good?
It will be tremendous.
You have any kids over, players over?
Yeah, I'll have some over, absolutely. Some of the guys who are from faraway land, like Matt Robinson, who's from California, and different guys of that nature, probably Bebe and Trayvon, some of those guys. Good little ways. I haven't been invited out, so they told me they're coming. They've tasted Charlene's cooking before, so they were quick to say yes when they were invited.
This week is kind of not normal because you got that Thursday off. Only you have today off, right?
Yes.
So how do you deal with that? Does that, what kind of problems does that present? Or is it not a problem at all? Tell me how you.
It's not as much as a problem as much as it speeds up your routine.
Okay.
A little bit later night than what it normally was last night, but at the same time, you just get everything ready for today's practice, and we're on schedule, ready to go. So it didn't really affect us at all.
Rod, the last time Brandon was knocked out of a game, Matt hadn't had any real meaningful in-game snaps. What's your level of comfort with him should he have to go?
Well, should he have to go, then I'll be fine with him. We saw what he's capable of doing against Michigan. And hopefully he's gotten better since then, throughout the course of practice. And I just think the critical part of those guys like Matt, Isaiah, when you're in a backup role, when you get your opportunity, then how you perform obviously is important. But what's even more important, in my opinion, is how you learn from your mistakes. And hopefully Matt's learned from the mistakes back in the Michigan game. He's gotten better.
What's your take on that hit that Brandon took?
Everybody saw it, right? I mean, I don't know how I don't know. It's just, that's a rough one. Just gotta keep, we're not in control of that, so we can't handle it, so we just go ahead and move forward and do the best we can.
Right, yeah, end of half, first half. Just what happened there? What was the decision-making behind two timeouts?
Yeah, we was in a spot where, we thought about kicking the field goal, talking about that, was concerned because the wind was in his face. It might be pushing him too far out of his range, so he wasn't quite in that range. It's a 3-point game, 16 seconds. We took the time out to talk about it. And then as we talked about it, we was going back and forth and said, okay, we'll go for it. And then the clock got on us again. So let's just take our time. We got 2 timeouts. We're fine. Just burn one more. Let's make sure we get the right thing, what we decide we're going to do. So we thought about it, and we just thought, you know what? Our defense is playing well. Why not take a shot? Why? I mean, you got 16 seconds. Let's see if we can go get a first down. If we get a first down, you'll get in field goal range for the young man. So I wish I had that call back. I'd have called a different play. But I thought we did the right thing by trying to be aggressive, go after it against a good team, and our defense is playing well. So I just wish we would have taken a sack. That's the worst part about it. So I didn't like that part, but I mean that's basically what happened.
How disappointing is it for you guys as an offense when the defense is playing well and holding them to field goals, but you guys aren't able to find games out?
Oh, it's very. I mean, but you got to give them credit too. I mean, that's a good defense now. I said that going in. That defense I thought was as good as anybody was going to play. So, but it is frustrating because, like I told our guys, we're better. I think we're better than them. We didn't execute well enough to play. They executed better than we did on that Saturday. So, but hats off to them. They're a very good defense. Not many people score on those guys. A lot.
How do you feel like your line did against someone like A.J. Epinesa, who's one of the top in the country?
I thought they did pretty well. They kept him, for the most part, for as destructive as he can be, in check. But once again, they got more players than just A.J. They got a whole good unit. So, good football team.
What did you see in Northwestern defense play? Obviously, last couple of years, really, really good. They're struggling this year. What do you think about them? What do you see on film?
Well, it's crazy because defensively, once again, here we are. I think they're pretty good. They do a good job defensively. And they're giving up some points, but not a lot. I mean, they're keeping their football team in games. I think offensively is where they struggled a little bit. So it's going to be a tremendous matchup again because we're going up against a good defensive front, some seasoned linebackers, got some secondary guys back that are older. It's a good defensive unit.
Rod, how much do you see, or how much reps do Matt and Isaiah and those guys actually get in the middle of this season for these kind of games?
Yeah, all three of them get reps. They've been that way it's been that way all year. So I always try to get 3 quarterbacks reps throughout the course of practice. Because like I said from the back of the beginning, we got to have 3 guys ready to roll at any time. So, all of them get reps.
Rod,
Some just get more than others.
Rod, this program hasn't had a winning season since 2011. You can clinch that with a win.
Yeah.
What would that mean?
Well, I think it'd be huge. Obviously, I mean, it shows the steps that we're building. It'd be good for this program, good for this university, good for this football team. And, we know the challenge at hand, and it's a rival game, right? Anything can happen in a rivalry game. So take all the records and throw them out the window and tee it up on Saturday and go head to head and see what happens. But it'd be a huge step progress for us, I think, for us.
Rod, once you know your schedule past this weekend, what's the benefit of those extra practices going to mean to you guys?
Oh, it'll be invaluable, just for the simple fact it's like having an extra spring ball for, the new guys, the young players, as well as continue to work on the camaraderie, the timing, all the things that go into to an offense and a defense for 15 more practices. So that's huge. We haven't been able to take advantage of that the last several years. It's been a while, right? So that's huge for us to be able to get Isaiah Williams, to get all those guys, Kyron Cumby, all those young guys who maybe not get quite as many reps as what they could be. That's 15 more practice, an extra spring ball. Then you get a spring ball as well, so it's huge for the continued development of our program.
Rod Levy mentioned that last quarter against Northwestern last year, he really started to see things turn. Did you see that from an offense perspective to kickstart this?
You could see during that game that particularly in the second half, our kids were starting to gain some more confidence, I think, some more momentum. It was like just something was missing, though. We drive it, couldn't quite get in the end zone. You know what I mean? Just wasn't quite finishing. So, but you could see the kids were starting to understand and say, hey, listen, we can play with whoever we want to in this conference if we go out and play our game. But you got to play. You got to play with effort. You got to play with great discipline. If we don't do that, we don't have a chance. We're not good enough to play with teams without those things. If we play with great effort, great discipline, and execution, we can play with anybody in this league.
What are those seniors that have, most of them, been here longer than you? What have they meant for you and your time here?
Yeah, great question. I guess I'm the new guy, right? So newer anyway. But I just think the bond with those guys. I got a special place in my heart for them because I know the tribulations that they went through their whole career. Guys like Dre Brown, Reggie Corbin, those guys. Some of the stuff that they went through, it's tough. And so I met with the offensive staff and I told our guys I didn't think we played worth a darn Saturday. I don't think we played the execution, the effort that we need to. But I vowed to them that we're going to play better this week. I'm going to coach better this week. Our coaching staff will pour everything we have, and for any reason at all, for these seniors, because they deserve everybody's last bit of effort going into this game. So, super proud of those guys. They deserve everything, but we got to go out and earn it.
I mean, senior like Caleb Graves, he was hurt early in the year. Maybe he just didn't get on the field, and his role's changed a few times since he's been here. But just,
absolutely.
His presence made, and the other seniors like him, just what have they added? Maybe just sticking around and maybe working through all of that.
Well, once again, that's a voice of experience they can provide for the young guys, and they've kind of been there, done that, seen the worst of it, and they're seeing the fruits of our labor too. They're the reason, in my opinion, that we are making the steps. Is because of the foundation they've set, and we'll continue to build on those things. So I'm excited about those guys, and Caleb Reams, to me, brings a huge, huge impact to our offense, not just from an athletic standpoint, but also a mental standpoint, an experience standpoint as well.
Ron, to Saturday, maybe one of the few days that you and Brandon forced things, maybe just weren't there.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if you're back and watch the film, Brandon actually played pretty well. Now, he had a couple turnovers. One of them was his, the very first one. That was a force. The second one towards the end zone, that was a one-on-one opportunity that we got to go up and get. Our effort on the ball wasn't very good. All Brandon could do is put it up to a spot where it is. So And Brandon's got to be able to handle the ball when he fumbled the one to run. So two of them, yes, are Brandon. But I thought for the most part, he made good decisions all day. We got to be better on the perimeter, give him some better separation at times, make sure we're running the routes right, things like that. We didn't help him as much as we could, but I thought he played pretty well.
All right, we'll wrap it up with Rod. We got some guys back here.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, Caleb Reams, Justice Williams.